Hello, I'm Rabbi Elton from the Great Synagogue in Sydney, and welcome to From the Rabbi's Bookshelves. Our author in this video is Rabbi Dr Samuel Belkin, and we're looking at his work Essays in Traditional Jewish Thought. Rabbi Belkin was one of those extraordinary figures which you only really find in the beginning of the 20th century. His early education was in Russia, in yeshivot, in rabbinical academies in Russia, a very traditional early education. He was given his smicha, his rabbinical ordination, by the Chafetz Chaim, the great Rabbi Yisrael Meir Kagan HaKohen, who were one of the most important rabbis of the early 20th century. But then he leaves Russia as a young man, and he comes to America, where he then goes to Harvard and becomes a great expert in the Greek, Jewish, Hellenistic philosopher Philo, active around 2,000 years ago. So he gains a PhD from Brown University and then becomes a master, really, of both traditional Jewish learning and modern academic approaches to Judaism, and eventually becomes the president of Yeshiva University, the center of modern orthodoxy in New York City, certainly, but perhaps also the whole of the United States. And as the president, he expands the university very greatly, and he gives a series of lectures or addresses or speeches and sermons on different occasions. They're collected in different volumes. And this is one such essay I'm going to quote from, called The Spiritual Democracy, which really shows how Belkin sees the ethical foundations of Judaism as being the core that we should attend ourselves to. And he says this: "The origin of our nationhood rests upon the Torah's oft-repeated words, 'I am the Lord thy God, who brought thee out of the land of Egypt.' These few words sum up our entire religious philosophy. It was through the belief in a spiritual and godly emancipation that Israel became united as a nation. Our concept of God is revealed not in philosophical speculations, but in human experience, in the protest against slavery and human oppression. Judaism is based on the fundamental concept that in our national and individual lives we can continue to function properly only so long as we believe in the dignity of every individual, the infinite worth and sacredness of each human being." So here we have a great scholar, a great philosopher, someone who spent his whole career looking at Jewish philosophy, saying, no, the source of our religious meaning is not philosophical speculations, it's not intellectual thoughts or ideas, it's a commitment on an ethical and moral level to the sacredness of every human being, and respecting that and honouring that. That, according to Rabbi Belkin, is what it means to be a Jew and to live a Jewish life. Thank you for joining us.